Okay, we have Coach Tim Floyd here along with Julyan Stone and Gabriel McCulley. Coach Floyd, can you just give us some opening comments about the game?
Well, I'd say our guys were fresh and spirited. I think having that bye was significant for us tonight. It was obvious they weren't quite as athletic as what we saw last Wednesday, and I think a lot of it had to do with playing the previous night in the first half. I give them a lot of credit. They really came at us at the start of the second half and kind of got us on our heels. I thought our team defense was very good again tonight. Really proud of our rebounding number because that team destroyed us last Wednesday, 47-31 on the boards. They had 24 offensive boards when we played last Wednesday, and they only had 10 tonight, which was significant. Thought the job that Culpepper did on Kane and Culpepper on Pitts, and the job that Polk did on Kane was significant. Baines did not have a point at halftime, and that was Jeremy and Gabe. But Gabe went out and set the tone for us on the glass along with Julyan in the first half. We played team ball, had 6 guys in double figures for the first time this year. Thought the ball moved. We played with a great deal of effort, and I thought when we changed defenses, it helped us throughout the course of the game.
Okay, if you have questions, please let us get a wireless mic to you. Raise your hand and we'll get a wireless mic to you. Question right here.
2 o'clock game. No, you're not. How do you prepare for that? Is that gonna throw you off any kind of schedule at all?
Well, we'll hope for about a 5 overtime game, one of those Syracuse deals right now with Syracuse, with Tulsa and Rice for starters. We're playing 2 hours before they're playing. We made a big deal with our guys to be mature and be responsible. They're a bunch of seniors that I think are hungry to try to get to the NCAA tournament. Go get a bunch of fluids in them, get a bunch of food in them, get a lot of sleep, and any issue that we have, our opponent will have as well. So anything that we would try to say as a negative would be an excuse.
Coach, what'd you do to maintain that lead at the end?
Well, I thought that when they cut it and they got it deep, our defense tightened. We got a couple of easy baskets in transition. We got Christian knocked down a big shot for us when we really needed it at the end of the clock. Julyan was able to get it in the teeth of the defense and hand it off to Bohannon. John Bohannon played really, really well for us tonight off the bench. He tried to go to the glass. I thought he was solid defensively. Finished a couple balls. He got himself to the foul line. But a lot of that's because of the penetration and kicks that we had late in the game. Our 40 points in the paint is a big number for us. We got a little stagnant there when they cut it to 9, and we put in Claude Britton. Claude went back and got us 2 big baskets and kind of got our heads up.
Coach, that was one of the more balanced scoring efforts we've seen from this team all season long.
Yeah, it was, and I think that our guys took getting beat a couple times by Central Florida and East Carolina, where we were shooting it on one pass. We're not a great rebounding team. We're one of the 2 or 3 worst rebounding teams in our league, and we were playing on our heels, staying on the defensive end all game, fouling too much as a result of not handling enough on the offensive end. We don't view ourselves as a slow down team, but just by making 4 passes, we've been able to get it in guys' hands that can make shots at spots where they can make shots.
Coach, talk about your zone and Joey Williams' flight that you got off of right away.
I don't remember
What zone, and we got a dunk from Jeremy. Did we?
I don't remember.
I think maybe the one I fouled. I was trying to say the back screen.
Oh,
maybe.
you're talking about the one where we set a back screen and threw it up to Jeremy, and they called a foul on him.
Oh, he's
That
talking
That
about
wasn't
the
it?
one- He's talking about the transition one from Randy.
Transition from
Oh,
Randy.
the transition.
Yeah. Open floor, I thought we threw too many lob passes tonight in the open floor. They drive me crazy. You could just drive it at the guy and let him come help and hand it off to the guy. And we threw a couple of them away, but that one happened to be successful, so, yeah, it was, Jeremy's a great athlete.
Coach, it's always hard to predict who you're going to play, but looking ahead, if you do play Tulsa, can you talk a little bit about that matchup?
Well, they really nullified us on the interior last time we played. We couldn't score it against them in the interior. They just were more physical than us. They beat us on the glass. Hurt got his head up late in the game, made a big shot for him. But it was a great college game. They beat us on a shot at the buzzer, but I thought their interior was better than our interior when we played them the last time. Clarkson also was starting to get his head up. He was coming off his injury and had a very nice game.
For Julyan and Gabriel, talk about how big the momentum shift was in the first half when you guys were able to get the crowd behind you, and then again in the second half of the game from there.
You want me to take it? The season thus far, the crowd plays a big part to us. We feed off the crowd, and when the crowd, gets loud, we tend to play better basketball. We just want to go out there and being at home. There's a chip on our shoulder. We hate to lose at home in particular. We hate to lose in general, but at home in front of our fans that pride themselves, and we pride ourselves on showing them a good time and making sure they leave here happy. So when the crowd got into it, we just feed off of it, and it livens everything up. We get a couple dunks or whatnot, but really it stands for us on defense. When the crowd gets into it, we got to knuckle down and play defense. That's what the crowd likes to see, and we just end up doing that.
As Julyan was saying, I had a lot of watching the games yesterday. A lot of fans came up to me, wishing me luck. I was hoping we win tomorrow. And who would want to let a fan base like El Paso down? They try to sell out the house every night. They're always screaming, they're yelling. So when they're doing things like that, you want to give your full effort. And like Julyan was saying, on defensive end, we've done it as a whole collectively. We've bought into Coach Floyd's defensive schemes, and as you guys can see, we're just working together as a team, and it's showing on the court.
Tim, was there anything specifically you were looking for to take away from Pitts?
I just feel like we were very fortunate with Pitts both games. He was 2 for 13 last game, and tonight didn't shoot it well. I think the credit's got to go to Randy. We try to play screen and roll coverage a little different than other people in that we force screen and rolls down on the wings. I don't know if that has any effect on him, but I think he's had decent looks that hadn't gone down. But I thought Randy was really up underneath him tonight. It was a priority for us to not let him have a great game and to not let Pena have a great game, knowing that they're both two terrific players who did not play well against us the last game. And we wanted to try to nullify Baines to an extent because he had such a great game against us last time.
Any more questions for the Miners? Thank you very much.
Okay,
Coach.
thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck to you tomorrow.
Take care.
Okay, we'll see you. What's up, John Klein? What you doing? What you know? Never want to get here too early. I guess so. Well, that's true. That's true. Not bad. Just in the stuff. Just in the stuff. Yeah, Sunday, Monday. When did I get here? Tuesday. A long time.
Okay, we've got Coach Julyan here with Johnny Thomas and Terrell Baines. Coach, could you just start us off with some general comments about the game?
Well, obviously, disappointing loss for us. We dug a major hole against a team like UTEP in their own building. Obviously, took us to 20 minutes to regroup, get to halftime, and then we came out and played Marshall basketball second half. It was too big a margin and put us on our heels. They blitzed us in terms of the onslaught in that middle of that first half. It got away from us too quick. And again, it took us a little too long to settle back into the game, but we give UTEP credit. They had great balance. If you look at them, obviously, tremendous job of balanced scoring, and they hurt us in a lot of areas. We finally guarded like we're supposed to in the second half, holding them to 33%. I'm proud of my guys. They did exactly what I thought they'd do. They battled. They didn't lay down. But there's no moral victories. We came here with every intention to beat them, and we didn't get the job done.
Okay. Questions? Running on the front row.
Coach, what was East's opinion on Pitts that kept them off out?
They did a lot. They went triangle and two, and then they went 2-3 zone. They kept changing their defenses. They were really aggressive, getting into Demir. As teams do. He's a good player. They prepare for him. So we had other guys. It took us a little while to adjust. We played a little too fast in that first half, and led them to breakouts in transition, which led to the lead. But Demir was 4 for 14. He didn't make a three. He had good looks. He's a good shooter, but didn't make a three. We didn't shot 2 for 16. We shot it poorly again here.
Do you have another question on front row? Okay. Chuck. Any more questions for the herd? Thank you very much.
Thank you.